everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Radium Girls. I'm Valerie.
And I'm Sarah.
And today we are bringing you an episode that's going to cover the dark origins of 3 very popular children's songs that we all sang as kids. 2 of those even had a little game dance to go along with it.
I'm so excited.
I'm nervous.
One of these stories, I actually knew the origin, or not the origin, but the story of it when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, I heard about it.
They're all freaky.
It was dark.
They're all freaking dark.
It's probably why I'm into this kind of stuff, is because I've been doing it since I was a kid.
Man.
So our first nursery rhyme that we're going to talk about is This Old Man. Have you ever heard that song?
This old man.
He played one. He played knick-knack on my thumb. Yeah. I sing it to Maddox all the time. The source of the nursery rhyme, This Old Man, has been unearthed in the archives of RTE, the Irish Broadcasting Company. It refers to the variety of punishments meted out on the Irish poor during the Great Famine of 1846 through 1853, when 1 million starved to death and another 1 million were forced to immigrate, despite the fact that the country was a net exporter of food during the whole period. During the famine, 96% of Irish land was owned by people who didn't live there, grannies who had got the land through gift, often through loyalty to royalty or chieftains, and felt no allegiance or sense of either ownership or belonging to that land. They lived elsewhere, often in big houses in England, so they were absentee landlords. Being absent, they still wanted to profit from their estates, of course, either not knowing or ignoring that they were rotting and stinking through the failure of the staple of the poor in potato blight. This old man, he played one. He played knick-knack on my thumb with the knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. So we're going to go through, that's the rhyme, and then it goes through 1 through 10. You know, he played 1 on my thumb, 2 on my shoe. So we'll go through what those actually supposedly mean. Not that it was Viscount Galway, but this old man played one merry hell and sent troops to evict people who could not pay the rent. The playing on the drum could be heard over the hills and sank fear into the very hearts. So this old man, he played 1. He played knick-knack on my thumb. He's playing the drum. Coming to get ya. So knick-knack, he played 2 is knick-knack on my shoe. Another old man played on 2 shoes, leaving 1 million barefoot children to starve to death. 3 is on my knee. We know of punishment 3, which continued into our lifetimes, kneecapping. This would be shooting people's knees to cripple them and be warning others to pay up.
They were brutal back then.
Which takes this nursery rhyme to a whole different level. 4 is on my door. Sanction 4 followed the knock at the door and would be the tearing down of the main house beam and torching. You're setting fire to the house. 5 is on my hive. Punishment 5 would be setting the hives on the people, a reference to the stinging of whips as they were chased away from their family homes.
That's messed up.
It's crazy. 6 is on my sticks. Retribution 6 played upon the few sticks of furniture some of the evicted would still have, and the Gombeen men would buy for a bag of meal, or worse, kicking the dog when he's down, not giving him meat, only a bone. Meaning, not the actual dog. Oh. Like the people. The man, kicking, yeah.
Kick him when he's down.
Like, we're gonna buy your house, or we're gonna buy your furniture with, food. Here's some food, we're taking your furniture. Or just here's a bone, we're taking your furniture.
For real.
These punishments have gone into the lexicon of sufferings borne by the people, all the wax on the patties, as they became known to the world over when they washed up on foreign shores.
I wonder if we're going to have a song about, COVID.
There's plenty of songs about COVID out there, actually. Like parodies.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't count. We need a nursery rhyme.
So, the language of the suffering, the verbiage of these people, like these paddywhacks, the song. This is this was born by the people to express their sufferings.
They made up a nursery rhyme.
Basically, the song it was born from the sufferings of the people. And the Paddies is like the Irishmen, and knick-knack, paddywhack.
Like whacking the patty.
Yeah. 7 is heaven. The dead kept the faith, and 7 took them up to heaven with the number 8 knocking on the pearly gate. Dang. Which is 8 gate. And then there is this old man. He played 9. He played knick-knack on my spine.
Ow.
This is a travel pun. Knick-knacks are small possessions sold, stolen, and burnt. Paddywhack is a ligament from the neck and spine of sheep and cattle, a final piece of meat the poor could chew on to keep off hunger. Knickknacks are also the vertebrae used in the famous game of knucklebones, 5 stones, or jacks, played since even Sophocles attempted to date it. It is played the world over and often used angular bones such as vertebrae. Just as in that other nursery rhyme where the ring of rosies was a symptom of the Great Plague, well, we'll get into that. The sad reference in this children's nursery rhyme is to the vertebrae of tens of thousands of unburied children, which would continue to be found in fields and ditches around every town or village of Ireland for the next 50 years.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. The rhyme for the final verse expresses the fear that the famine would return another year, so the old man, the devil, would play 10 and come again. This old man, he played 10, he played knick-knack once again. Each verse concludes to remind all listeners of the relentless greed behind it all, the exploitation of the starving by the rich old man and his venal gombeen man agent, living the life taken from them, and in his drunkenness he came rolling home. With a knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone, this old man came rolling home.
I didn't know all those lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's where that one came from.
How adorable.
I actually saw a TikTok. This is what made me want to do this story. I saw this TikTok of a girl explaining it, and she explained it so much better than I did. I mean, I did a lot of research to find like the history on this one, and it was kind of hard. And this was pretty much the best that I could find explanation of it. So I hope you kind of followed along with that. Yeah. But it was just like crazy to me. I had no idea this happened.
Yeah, I don't even remember the words.
And to think that we're like singing this to our kids about them taking from the poor and give it to the rich, it's horrible. Or the rich taking from the poor.
We don't know what we're saying.
Yeah. Which leads us to our next nursery rhyme. This is the one that I knew as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so dark, and I still knew it, and I still sang it.
Still hits. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, it does. This is the one that has like a game dance.
Yeah. So, Ring Around a Rosie was one of those nursery rhymes where we would all hold hands, stand in a circle, and turn while singing it. In the end, we would all let go of each other's hand and fall on the floor. This nursery rhyme is speculated to be about the plague. The plague, also known as the Black Death or Black Plague, repeatedly swept through Europe from the 14th to the 17th centuries. It's estimated that anywhere between 75 to 200 million people were killed from the Black Death throughout Eurasia and Europe between 1347 to 1351.
Yeah, that's such a short time for that many people to die.
People.
It's crazy.
75 to 200 million.
Mm-hmm.
This means that 30 to 60% of Europe's population was wiped out in just a few short years.
It's insane.
It is. The plague was said to have come from fleas off the backs of infected rats that were brought on ships to the European harbors from Central Asia. This was the time where many goods were brought along the Silk Road, and apparently also the spread of disease.
We should cover the Silk Road.
We should. There are 3 types of plagues, but the Black Death was the bubonic plague, with symptoms such as large black boils in the groin, the neck, and armpits. The boils would ooze pus and bleed if they were opened.
Ugh.
Yeah. Victims of the plague were also said to have other symptoms before the boils appeared, like fever and chills, seizures, muscle pain, headaches, and the development of rashes on their bodies. Ring around the rosies refers to the red rings that started to develop on the plague victim's skin. Pockets full of posies stems from the lack of knowledge at the time about how diseases spread. It was believed that disease was spread through bad smells, which means that people held bunches of flowers to their faces while going out in public to protect themselves from bad smells.
That's so crazy to me that they thought that like, I mean, I guess it makes sense because if you smell something bad, you don't want to like, you want to get away from it and stuff like that. So I guess that kind of makes sense that you're scared that you might catch it if you smell it.
Maybe you're thinking like it's airborne or something. So if you smell it, you can catch it.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of when I was a kid.
Oh no, what?
My eye thing.
Oh God, stop.
You want to know how I trained I think I might have told you this, how I trained myself to do that.
I don't remember.
If I saw somebody that was, this is so horrible of me, but I was a kid, okay? Don't at me.
What did you do?
Well, if I saw somebody that wasn't like cute, you know, they weren't very attractive, I wanted to wipe their ugly off my eyes. So like, I trained myself to shake it off. It's horrible, I know.
I bleached yourself.
I was a kid. I'm talking like third grade kid. So what that's like.
Why don't you just blink it off?
It wasn't the same. Blinking just didn't work. It didn't feel like their ugly was off.
Oh my God.
I'm serious. That's how I trained myself to do that. Yep.
It
was horrible.
Get with you.
So I get it that they thought, you know, smells might have.
Oh God. But you were a kid. These are like adults.
Well, but it's the 1300s.
Yeah. Plague doctors are associated with looking quite creepy nowadays, but their masks with large beaks were actually because of this belief that disease was spread through foul smells. The beaks of these masks were filled with flowers and other strong scents like bergamot. I did not know they had flowers in there.
Uh-huh. It's cool.
That is cool.
I mean, it's not sad, but
the mask is still cool looking though.
Yeah.
Ashes is said to have two possible meanings. The first meaning is that it was meant to mimic a sneezing sound in reference to being sick. The other is that it's actually about the burning of dead bodies from the victims of the plague. It's probably the burning of the bodies.
Yeah, I never heard the one about
being or sneezing.
Yeah, sneezing. But it makes sense. Like, ash.
Yeah, but ashes, we all fall down. I feel like that'd be about dead bodies.
Yeah, once you put it together, yeah.
We all fall down is about the many people who died from the plague. Yeah, let's say the burning of the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yeah, that
one's pretty dark.
Yeah, it's dark.
I mean, it's all dark. Like, but the first one's like dark in a sense of people are cruel. Yeah. This one's dark in a sense of like
it's a freaking
nature. Like, well, I don't even know. I guess it would be nature because that wasn't a man-made disease.
Yeah.
Nature is ruthless. This one is. Oh.
That's why we need one about COVID.
Yeah. Oh, that's man-made.
Listen, we're not going to get
into
that.
We'll talk about that another time.
We still need a song for it.
Yeah. Our third nursery rhyme that we're going to go over is another one that I've heard as a kid, but it didn't fascinate me near as much as Rosie.
Plagues are better.
Yeah. We're going to talk about London bridges falling down. There have been a lot of theories over the years as to what the collapse of the London Bridge in the song means. Some believe that it refers to Viking attacks back in the 11th century, as no documented records of such attack on the bridge exist. However, we'll focus on a different interpretation. Immurement. Do you know what that means?
Nope.
Immurement is the practice of entombing someone within a structure where they slowly die from lack of food and water. Not to be confused with burying alive, where you just, you just get to suffocate. This is like tombing you in, so you have air for a little while, and then you die from food and water. The tradition is centuries old, based on the belief that such sacrifices would ensure the stability of the structures in which people were imprisoned. It was thought too awful to be anything but a myth, but some documented cases have been recorded. They turned up a slew of bodies within the walls of several old European structures, including castles, churches, and in the case of Bremen, Germany, at least one bridge. In other words, London Bridge is most likely a reference to the sacrifice of a child within the bridge's base to serve as an eternal watchman.
Sacrifice children?
Yeah. There's a game that children play with this where two of them, you're joining hands, you form an arch, and the others take turn running it underneath until the end of the song where, falling down, My Fair Lady. And then the hands are lowered and the last child's captured within.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you played this way, but there's two standing there like this, and then a bunch of kids are like running in circles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. And then My Fair Lady, you capture them. Take the key and lock her up. You're entombing her, and she's a child, so you gotta lock her up because she probably don't want to be there.
That's crazy. You play this stuff as kids.
I know. I'm trying to remember how it's like. Take the key and lock her up.
Is that the part of the song?
Take the key and lock her up, My Fair Lady.
I don't remember that part.
Really?
I don't remember nothing from my childhood.
10 Second Tom.
I swear. It's a long ass song.
It sure is. Holy cow. I don't see anywhere where it says that. Is this a Mandela effect? I need somebody out there to tell me if you remember it. Like, take the key and lock her up. Because, that's part of the game. Maybe it was just made up for the game, but you do that and you, swing them around.
Y'all probably made that up.
And then it's somebody else's turn.
Huh? So y'all probably made that up.
Maybe, but I feel like I need somebody who did not grow up with me doing this to tell me if you remember it being that way. But holy cow, y'all, this song is actually really long. And it goes, build it up with wood and clay, but wood and clay may wash away. Do it bricks and stone. Bricks and stone won't last alone. Iron and steel, it'll bend and reel. Shiny gold, but this gold will all be stolen. That's crazy. Sent a man to watch the night. Suppose the man should close his eyes. They're tombing him, and what if he dies?
Mm-hmm.
Give him a pipe to light, pack it full, and last the night. Maybe the whole time until he dies. And that's pretty much it. Then it just keeps repeating after that. Wow, that's so crazy. I have a whole different perspective on this because it's not quite what I heard.
I just remember the verse. What verse? Whatever.
Oh, and it says My Lady Fair, not My Fair Lady. Interesting. I thought it was about some girl that died.
Some girl that died. I don't even know what I thought of it.
Yeah, I don't know, like a princess or something. So that's our story for today. It's short and sweet, but yeah, it was really interesting, and I'm really curious to know if you guys have any thoughts on if you have a nursery rhyme that you grew up listening to that you know of the dark history that we didn't cover outside of these three. Let us know down below in the comments. Send us a message on Facebook. We'll check it. So Val?
Yeah.
Do we have a question?
We do. So our question for the day is, what is your favorite nursery rhyme?
Ironically, it's This Old Man.
Really?
Yeah. I think that one is probably my favorite.
You know, all the lyrics?
Through 10?
Mm-hmm. Dang.
I sing it to Maddox all the time. It's probably my go-to. Or it's Rockabye Baby. I liked Rockabye Baby a lot. Because the treetop... now I'm just thinking London Bridge is falling down, not the cradle.
On the treetop.
The cradle falling down or whatever. It's clearly not my favorite.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I remember as a kid, I liked Give a Dog a Bone. I liked, let me give my dog a bone. I love dogs.
Yeah.
But I liked the Knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone.
Yeah.
I liked the rhythm of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate the meaning behind it, but yeah, that's probably my favorite. I also liked Lulu, Skip to My Lou, because of the fly in the buttermilk, shoe fly shoe. I think I like that because I used to have a book that had pictures to go with it. And I liked the art in that book. I think that's why I liked that one. But definitely This Old Man. What about you? 10-second Tom.
I know. Like, I'm trying to think, like, what are they? I remember, like, singing, like, the Itsy Bitsy Spider one.
Yeah, that one's fun.
And I know I, like, would do the Ring Around Rosie. I'm trying to think of the other ones. I don't know. I don't know if I, like, had a favorite one.
Mary
or
Had
what,
a
yeah,
Little
if we say
Lamb.
Mary Had a Little Lamb. I liked just the popular ones. The top hits, you know?
The Cow Jumped Over the Moon.
No.
What's it called? I don't
No. It's probably those top
know.
ones.
Hush Little Baby.
Nah.
I don't know.
So probably those three.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, what's yours? What was your favorite nursery rhyme or children's song growing up? Well, not children's song, but I guess like nursery rhyme type song.
Yeah.
Very curious.
They're all freaking creepy.
Yeah.
I swear, all of them. Got
Yeah.
some kind of story.
Yeah. Yeah. Hickory Dickory Dock. The mouse ran up. That's the one I keep coming back to. I'm like, what does that mean?
Which one?
Hickory Dickory Dock. The mouse. Hickory Dickory ran up the clock. The clock struck 1. The mouse fell down. Hickory Dickory Dock. I thought that one said something about the cow jumping over the moon. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just mixing that up. Star was another one of my favorite. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Oh, wait, that one and ABC have the same. What is it called?
Twinkle Twinkle. The tune.
Same
Yeah, I think there
tune.
was one more too.
Is there another one?
Uh-huh. I think so. Starlight, Starbright was my favorite. Like, I didn't know it was a song, but it was my favorite thing to do at night. Wee Willie Winkle. Oh, I liked this one. Are you sleeping? I think this one had a dark meaning. I think it was about like his brother dying in the
That
night.
gives me like a weird feeling.
I think it was about somebody's brother, like his brother John. I think it was his brother dying in the night and him trying to wake him up because it's like, are you sleeping, Brother John? Morning bells are ringing.
I think whenever like
Or a funeral.
things are repeated, it just gives me a creepy feeling.
Yeah. There's Hush Little Baby. I should have pulled this out when I was doing like the research.
For real. What? Diddle Diddle Dumpling?
Yeah, I've heard some of these, but
None.
Rockabye Baby, Teddy Bear, Teddy Bear. Oh yeah, that one's. Never heard that one. Girls and boys come out to play.
Oh no.
The moon is shining.
It's like
as bright as day. Leave your supper and leave your sleep and come with your playfellows into the street.
you know, it reminds me of Hocus Pocus.
Oh my gosh, it does. That's crazy.
Right,
this one, I bet, like, I can interpret that as like,
it's creepy.
Like some, yeah, maybe the kid's dying in their sleep or something, and like, leave your supper and leave your sleep into the street. Like, that's asking for it.
That's just asking for me.
Oh, it's Hey Diddle Diddle, the cat and the fiddle. That's why I keep thinking about.
Oh, the couch and Pokemon.
Yeah, the Hickory Dickory Dock. It's because it's like that. I don't know.
Row your butt one?
Yeah,
I think. Oh, y'all haven't seen it. That movie, The Volcano.
Volcano.
The Volcano. Dante's Peak. Y'all haven't seen it. Like, they're in like the lake or whatever, and it's like, you know, it's like that hot acid water or whatever, and they're singing like row your boat trying to get across, but then they're all singing it like right after one another. It's so freaking creepy.
That's how the song goes.
Is that how it originally goes?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I knew that, but that's creepy. I don't like that.
Row your boat. Row your boat. Gently down this, gently down. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
I love it.
I don't know what that's called, but it's creepy.
Gives me chills. I love it.
That's why I don't like it.
I like it.
It's creepy.
Yeah, I like
need
it.
to show you that piece.
I tried to teach Maddox that, like,
What is it called when you do that? I don't remember.
I don't
know. It's not important.
stagger singing.
Staggered singing.
I don't know.
When you stagger sing. That's why I don't like the other song either. It's like repeating. I don't like that. It's creepy.
I like it.
But there are many more songs and nursery rhymes that have very dark alleged origins and meanings behind them. If you enjoyed today's episode and would like to hear more in the future, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment on our YouTube and on our Facebook page. You can find us by simply searching the Radium Girls Podcast and look for our lovely lime green faces. Our radium faces.
Yes. If you're new to our podcast and you didn't watch like our earlier episodes, yeah, our faces that you see at the beginning and the end, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, our faces that you see at the beginning and the end, they're our faces. Valerie drew them. So, yeah. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. We hope you enjoyed it, and as always, stay curious. Bye. I've been watching her lately, so that's all.